Hi everyone, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and if you're new here, this is every Friday we kind of take some of the new things and releases and reissues that just came out on vinyl and have a little discussion about those. And normally, you guys, I know I go a little bit longer, but today is a quickie because I have to leave early today, so we're not going to talk about every single thing on the list. I'm just going to cherry pick a few items for you. And let's get to it, though, with picks of the week that we always start with. My pick this week, and I don't know, this is probably not a big surprise, is Father John Misty, Chloe in the Next 20th Century. And this is on Sub Pop. And this is him returning with his fifth album, the first album of new material since the release of God's Favorite Customer in 2018. And this was recorded August through December of 2020. And this guy is a very sharp and incisive songwriter. There are insightful revelations about love and relationships embedded in many of the songs here, and some focus wistfully on love in the past tense, on romantic entanglements that can only be understood once the fire's been stamped out. So anyway, compared to his previous releases as Father John Misty, this one feels like a very immense achievement musically for him. While it's not wholly dropping that cynical and whimsical elements of his songwriting, it really introduces a different kind of instrumentation. When you first put it on, it, for example, sounds like like a vocal from like an old movie. It's got that sort of a jazzy and even big band kind of sound going through it. There's one of the singles on here. It's Goodbye Mr. Blue. It will really make you harken back to Harry Nilsson's Everybody's Talkin'. It sounds like it drew a lot of inspo from that. So he's really playing around with like different styles on this, and like I said, it's a real stride musically. It's really more direct on this record than very complex questions about things. And so anyway, besides the kind of flirtation with the big band style instrumentals, this really has it's like a highlight reel of his many previous styles and guises that he's had over time. But this, he really gets into it. Much of it's delivered like with a wink at the dramatic brooding kind of his past work, but it's still very vivid and tells a quietly kind of dark stories of lamenting love. Anyway, really, really good. This is, I keep showing you the back. I'm sorry, this is it on the front, and this is, as you can see, the loser edition, which is on blue vinyl. This is a double. And actually for us, we only brought in the loser edition. I'm sure you can get the black vinyl if that's your bag. But for now, this is what we have available, and it's a real pretty blue. And it's kind of like this kind of blue right here. But anyway, my pick, it's fabulous. And what else I wanted to talk to you about, because it was like a real earworm for me, is Jack White, Fear of the Dawn. This is the fourth studio album from Jack White. He's a founding member of the White Stripes and the Raconteurs and Dead Weather, if you didn't know that already. And so anyway, staying true to his DIY roots, it's funny. He has Third Man Records, and this was recorded at his Third Man studio throughout 2021. It was mastered by Third Man Mastering, pressed on vinyl at Third Man Pressing, and released by Third Man Records. So anyway, this solo release of his is the first of two albums that we're expecting in 2022. This one is Fear of the Dawn, and in July we'll have Entering Heaven Alive. And from what I understand, the opening track on this one, Taking Me Back, is the closing track on the next one. So it's all like this cohesive sort of thing that he's meant to be bringing you through. This is a real kind of a rowdy 12-song release here. A lot of styles and sounds going on, and I've always kind of thought he just knows what he's doing. He doesn't sound like anybody else, and on this one too, this album is basically one long jam session. And that's fine, and it's what makes him happy. It's making me pretty happy. And so you should check it out if you're interested. He hasn't had anything out in a while. And this comes two ways. This comes on black vinyl or on blue vinyl. And this is the way that you tell the difference. This little line right down here, it will tell you that this one is the blue vinyl. Okay, so two great releases. Well, there's actually a lot of good stuff this week, but these two are very special for obvious reasons. They're great musicians and really turning out some great work. So as I said, the boxes are still being opened because it's still earlier in the day today. Before I get out of here, oh, I should mention to you too that Chloe also is on cassette and CD. Oh no, this is Jack White on CD. Sorry about that. So you can get Father John Misty on cassette as well as vinyl, and you can get Jack White on CD. Okay, so for example, the boxes over there still getting unpacked. Orville Peck has a record out today, and it's not out of the box yet, so I can't show it to you. But anyway, let's just touch on a couple of things. First up, this is Foster the People, and this is on Legacy Recordings. It's called Torches, and it's the 10th anniversary of their acclaimed debut record. Exclusively for this debut edition, a brand new version of Pumped Up Kicks was recorded, and also it features fan favorites and B-sides, and there's a lyric sheet insert, and it's double vinyl on orange vinyl. So that's here. Next up, this is pretty great. This is Lucius, and it's called Second Nature, and this is on clear pink vinyl. This is through the Mom Pop label. This is a journey through the stages of grief and the moments of joy that push their way through. These girls, if you're not familiar with them, are often lend their voices to background vocals for other artists. They were on tour, for example, with Roger Waters for like 3 years. They are also with, they've done stuff with Harry Styles, John Legend, Ozzy Osbourne, War on Drugs, Brandi Carlile, and even my beloved My Morning Jacket. Brandi Carlile and Dave Cobb produced this album for them. And there's a song on here too. It's called Dance Around It, and that features also vocals of Brandi Carlile and Sheryl Crow. Now, you know, sometimes when people are in the same family and they sing together, there's something about the timbre of their voices that just melds together in this way that usually people that are not related, it's different. Something about family, but these two are not sisters, but they have that for some reason. The way their voices come together, it's really extraordinary. So anyway, if you're not familiar with Lucius, this is, I think, their fourth record, I want to say. I'm not exactly sure, but the last time we heard from them, I think, was 2018 or 2019. Their album was called Nudes. And anyway, on clear pink vinyl, this also comes with a 24 by 36 poster, and really good stuff. Okay, then the next thing I want to show you here is The Regrets. And this is Further Joy. Now, this is on Warner Records, and this is their third LP. And, you know, it's a very kind of joyous, self-aware soundtrack for dancing away the pain. It's a manual for living in these times. It's a highly personalized songs for the things that we're all going through. Their singer and chief songwriter is Lydia Knight, and you know, she has incorporated lyrics into this kind of a theme, you know, just relating to people on what everybody's going through in a really kind of a great way. It's a little more upbeat than, say, what I'm describing, but anyway, it's really good. And this one, there's two ways you can get this. This is on exclusive hot pink vinyl, as seen underneath the thing here or the regular black vinyl. Now, when you open the plastic on this is a sticker, and it's just going to be blue sky. So that's going to come off when you take off the plastic, but just so you know. And if you come in the store and buy it, we have autographed posters for you. So yeah, you can pick one of these up when you come in and buy the record. So we have until, you know, while supplies last, okay? Now, next up, this is huge. Okay. It's even heavy too, so let me just get my hands around it. Okay, what this is Tool, and this is Fear Inoculum. This is the 180-gram box set. They're calling it like the first, or no, this one is the, they're calling it something in particular, something like Super Deluxe version or something. Anyway, this is the 5th album from American rock band Tool, and it came out in 2019 originally, and it was like their first album in 13 years. So this is like the official released on vinyl. This Ultra Deluxe LP box set is what they're calling this, and it's housed inside this full color mirror board printed hardcover slide out box. And the album is spread across 5 LPs with extensive new artwork and never before seen, artwork in this pictorial booklet. And each of the discs also features its own unique etching. So, it is kind of one of these things for the real collector, because although it's just one album, you do kind of have to constantly keep switching LPs on your turntable to get through it. Like I said, it's housed over 5 albums, and each side of the back has an original etching. But this is how it, it slides out of here. It's like very library style. It's super, super deluxe. So we have a great price on this, as you'll see on the list below. And it's a thing of beauty. Okay, next up, this is Wet Leg, and this is from Domino, and this happens to be on yellow vinyl. So they're a British indie rock band from, believe it or not, the Isle of Wight, where nothing ever happens. But they formed in 2019, and they kind of came to prominence in 2021 with that single Chaise Lounge. But anyway, it's very like brisk and adrenalized kind of indie pop. It's like there's really no room for you to get bored, and it's very impressively low on filler for a debut record. So if you dug that single, you might really like this too. Okay, so now I'm just going to quit talking about everything, and I'm going to post the list down below where you can see a lot more titles that actually came in. And maybe you're actually kind of liking it, that this week it's going to be short and sweet and to the point. Okay, so everybody have a great weekend, and I will see you next time, and thanks for watching. Bye.